Hello, you guys. I am Cher Allen with the Allen Agency and Associates, powered by eXp Realty. And today, you guys, I am in the hot seat. We're going to find out a little bit about me. These are some things. If you know me, you may or may not know. But if not, let's jump into a few things about Cher. So I am actually not from Atlanta or Los Angeles. I'm actually from Indianapolis, Indiana. I moved to Atlanta long time ago. I lived here for 20 years. Then I moved to Los Angeles for 8 years, and I have been back here for 4 years. So I'm not from either, but I claim Atlanta. I'm a Georgia peach, honey. I am a peach. I would say I prefer to read. I do not own a TV, and I don't watch any shows on Netflix or on my computer or on my phone or anything. So I'm gonna go with reading. The longest time I spent in a moving vehicle was 32 hours. I drove from Los Angeles to Atlanta, and guess what, you guys? I did it all by myself. And I loved it. I would do it again. I loved it. If I could go to any concert right now, I would go see Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu is like my prince. I know you guys have your artists that you love, love, love. She could do no wrong in my eyes. She is the boss when it comes to soul music. So if I could go see anyone, I would go see Erykah Badu. Something that's on my bucket list is to visit all 7 continents. What is my favorite season, favorite time of the year, and why? I love fall. I absolutely love fall. You can just bundle up a little, but it's not too hot, it's not too cold. The leaves are changing, the weather is perfect, it's no humidity, and I just love it. The title of my autobiography would probably be What a Life by Cher Allen. If I had to spend $10,000 today, I would give half of it away. I would bless a single mom with maybe $2,000 of it, and then I would give each one of my daughters $1,000, and the other $5,000, I would do something sweet for me. I would probably buy myself a trip or go to Home Depot. Some people may think it's weird, but I actually love the pandemic. I love the stay in the house, stay in place order. I love that. So some people may think that's weird, but I actually love being at home. Ooh, this is hard. This is a tough one, but I am actually going to say President Obama. I would love to meet the whole Obama family, but if I could just only meet one person, it would be Obama, because I love him. He's my president forever. I would say when I moved to Los Angeles, I didn't know one person. I just packed up and moved and made it work. I would say that's pretty spontaneous. Like most people are scared to move out of their town or their city or their state, but I moved to a place that I didn't know anyone, and it was a big city. The best piece of advice that I received was to just do it. Do it scared. Do it scared. Quit that job. I mean, you gotta be smart, but leave that relationship. Just do it scared. You don't know what's on the other side. Be scared. Just do it. That was the best advice I received, and I've been doing that all my life. I just step out and do it. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? I can always go back to a job I hate, or if I can't go back to that one, just find another one. I can always go back to a relationship that I don't like. I can always go back to a city or a state I don't like. Just do it. Do it scared. That's actually some good advice. My favorite social media platforms, Instagram. Instagram is my favorite. I like Instagram, but it's getting on my nerves. TikTok, Pinterest. Maybe I should just say Pinterest, because Pinterest I love. I can get lost in Pinterest for hours. LinkedIn's pretty good. Facebook's pretty good. That's all I have, I think. Let me check my phone and see what social platforms are on here, because I'm on everything, but I'm not on everything. So let me just see real quick. Yep, I named them all. Is anybody on Snapchat? Anybody over there? I used to be a sweet girl. Everywhere I went, I ordered dessert. I ordered, the stack of pancakes, but now I am savory. I love a good savory dish, savory grits. I used to put sugar on my grits. I didn't know any better. Savory, I would go with savory and no dessert. What is your biggest fear? Whose questions are these? Who gave me these? Who gave me these questions? One of my biggest fears is not completing everything I need to do in life. Oh, I feel like there's so much to do. I feel like I could live this life like 20 times and still 20 times I would get it done. But I feel like that there's not enough time, and even though there is, but one of my biggest fears is not completing everything I need to do. I'm gonna have to laugh on this one, because This actually was pretty embarrassing. Now, was it the most embarrassing? I don't know, but this was pretty embarrassing. And my friend, if I text her right now, we would laugh right now about this. So we were at a show house, an expensive show house, a decorator show house, and I'm just talking, running my mouth, coming down the stairs, and I had on these shoes that were like hard bottoms, and I like
started slipping and falling.
I started falling. I held on to the banister, and I didn't fall, but my shoes were
like,
and everybody was like, it was like the record scratched. It was like, it was so funny. We went outside and died, and that was pretty embarrassing. But you know what? I could laugh at myself, and it was embarrassing, but it was funny. It was pretty darn funny. My favorite class at school, I would have to say home ec. I'm a creative. I would say home ec. We were cooking and sewing. Oh, I took a sewing class, and then I did all of the creative classes, and then I went to interior design school. So, I mean, and I'm still a creative, so that was my favorite, and I'm living it out. I'm true to it. This is a tough one because I've traveled to a lot of places, but I would have to say Cuba. Cuba is one of my favorite places that I travel. Why? Because of the people, the culture, the food. And you know what? They had no internet anywhere, and so my phone didn't work, and so I truly disconnected, and I really connected with the people. We hung out with the locals. Cuba was amazing. Like, Cuba was one of my favorite places I visited. As we all know, I love to talk.
I can talk.
I love it. But 3 things that I could talk about: being an entrepreneur. I could talk about that for hours. Real estate. I could talk about real estate for hours. I could talk about social media for hours. I can go on and on about that, on how to strategize and how to use it and how to find your ideal client. I could talk about that for hours. But there's a lot of other things I could talk about, but they only asked for 3. So we're just gonna go with those 3. What am I passionate about? I'm passionate about so many things, but one thing that I love and I am super passionate about is helping people and teaching people and giving back to people and sharing my knowledge. Like, honestly, I wish I had me when I was younger. I wish I had a person like me when I was younger, and I just love giving back and sharing my knowledge. Even if you don't even ask for it, I may share it. That's okay. Okay, this is easy because I moved somewhere and I didn't know anyone. And so what I started with was social media. I would get out and go to meetups. I would join some chambers. I would just look for like-minded people through networking events. That's the best way to meet people. My first job was, my first official job on paper. I worked at Burger King when I was 15 and a half. You had to be 15 and a half to work. Before that, I'm actually from Indiana. So before that, there were these farmers that would come around to our neighborhood and pick up
kids to work in the cornfields.
This sounds terrible. But that was kind of my first job. We were paid cash. I don't know if you're from Indianapolis or Indiana or anywhere in the Midwest where there's tons of corn or anywhere that there's farms. Did you guys ever do that? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it as an adult, I would
never let my kids do that.
That was my first job. Or I think I remember having a paper route, but that doesn't really count because I only did that for like a week. I was over it. So my first real job was Burger King, but I was out there slaving in the cornfield. I don't like that. I do not like that. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I am Cher Allen. I hope you enjoyed seeing me in the hot seat, answering all of these questions. If there's something that I missed or something in these questions that you knew the answer to, leave a comment below. If you have not already, like this video and subscribe. And if you are a real estate agent and you would like to be in the hot seat, leave a comment below. Say hot seat, and I will email you a list of questions that I did, maybe didn't use, did use, maybe didn't use, were a little too intimate, maybe not, were a little too silly. Leave a comment, leave hot seat below, and I will email you a list of questions so you can get in the hot seat. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I am Cher Allen, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video, okay? All right, bye you guys.